choke's on. Oh wow. Hopefully we can get this DR650 running today. I have to clean the carburetor, put the exhaust back on, and a few other things, so let's get right into it. Looking this carburetor over, I can tell they've definitely been in here before. They switched the hardware from screws to these Allen heads. First, I'm just gonna take all this stuff off. This is a breather hose. I think this is also a breather hose, and this is a vacuum line. I don't know if that's gonna come off. Here's the fuel input. I'm gonna take this top off first anyway, so let's just leave it on there for now. See if they did any work to the needle. No, this looks like a stock needle. Doesn't look like it's been ground down or anything. Okay, let's get this bowl off of here. Oh wow, this looks really good. Should be able to get this float off of here. It's all one piece. These O-rings look good. It looks really clean in here. I'm definitely happy with this. Let's see what's in the main jet. This main jet's a 140. Came out nice. This jet, it looks like they boogered up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, they rounded off the edges. I think it says 42.5 on it. Okay, I think I can push this emulsion tube out. Oh, the whole piece is coming up. There we go. I think it comes out of here. Yeah, just a little tight. Okay, I think that's as far as I'm going to break it down. I'll put it in the ultrasonic cleaner and get this thing cleaned up. I have my carburetor in here and then all my small parts as well. Get this thing cleaned up here. Alright, time for the noise. Everything's clean. Nice black water now. I'm gonna blow it out with compressed air and we'll start putting it all back together. Alright, this carburetor's all ready to go. I'm gonna rebuild it here. First thing that I'm gonna do is put this plastic slide piece in. There's a little O-ring right here. You want to slide it in so these two tabs line up here in the front. Once you have your plastic slide in, you can put your emulsion tube in. There's a little groove right here that needs to line up with a groove inside here. It's a little hard to see it, but basically you can just slide it down through, get it in the middle, and then look through, hopefully, and get it set up. So let me get it set up here. Hopefully you guys are going to be able to see that, but there's a little tab right there. Then you can just shove it all the way through, make sure it clips in here at the bottom and pushes all the way out. Now you can throw your little cap on here, main jet. Then pilot jet. Now I can stick my float back on. And the bowl. Okay, moving on to this side, you can slide your needle in. Put your slide down in. Make sure your needle lines up correctly. Then we have a little O-ring here around the vacuum line. The spring with the plastic piece going down. And the cap. And you want to make sure your vacuum line goes over here just like that. Then we can throw our breather back on. And our other breather. Alright, my slide is working well. Everything's looking good. Throttle should be ready for the bike. Before I put the carburetor on, I'm going to check this air box and clean it out real well. Hopefully it looks as good as the carburetor. Looking pretty good so far. There's a cicada or something down in the bottom, but that's about it. I think this is definitely like an aftermarket setup. If I can get it out. It's a K&N. It looks pretty decent. I'm definitely gonna blow it out, clean all this out, and clean from here to the intake. This little guy was chilling in there. He must have wanted to go for a ride. I got this thing all cleaned up. I'm gonna oil it up with some K&N oil filter. Just a light coat. Alright, I have both clamps here. Let's see if we can get this carburetor in here. I didn't take it out, so I'm not sure how hard it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be pretty hard. Now I can tighten up these clamps. Now I'm going to try to put this choke in. I think it'll be easier to put in now than once I get my throttle in. Okay, now I'm going to work on my throttle. Slip the first side in here. I'm hoping that when this guy took them apart, he just undid the top here. And I'll be able to tighten it up. Not sure though. I'll probably have to adjust them. Looks like the throttle's working good. I have my two breather hoses routed right here and here. So I think that'll be good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this exhaust on. Okay, over here, I'm going to put a new gasket in. If I probably should have put it in first. There we go. I had this holder out. Lastly, we had this little cover here. Next on the list is going to be to add some oil to it. I think it takes like 2.1 quarts. Alright, I think I'm good with that. That's about 2.1, 2.2 quarts on a dry motor. I'll check it after we start it and circulate it. Now it's time to hook the battery up. Now we can plug this back in. Alright, when I hit the key, the neutral light comes on, which is nice, and the headlight's also on. Okay, now I'm going to check for spark. Got spark there. I'm going to switch to my other one. Got spark there. We should be good to fire this thing now. Alright, I got fuel going to it. I capped off my vacuum line. I think it's time to start this thing. Alright, I got a jump pack on it. Choke's on. Oh wow. Exhaust leak. Started right up though. I think it's just crap burning off my exhaust where I cleaned it. I'm gonna try to put this thing in first gear and just like roll it forward off the clutch and make sure nothing is going wrong with that. Something went wrong with that. Oh, I think it's the kickstand. Let me see. First gear at least works. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna check this over for leaks and we'll start putting it all back together and give it a ride. It's been a couple days since I last worked on this. I did get a chance to work on this today. We're pretty much at the same spot, but before I go any further, I just want to go over a few of the changes that I made. I went ahead and got a new battery. The old battery just wouldn't hold charge and I was having to jump it off every time, and obviously I can't do that with the seat on, so I just got done putting a new battery in. I went through and adjusted the valves again. I tightened them up a little bit. It was a little too clacky for me. But then I still had a noise to sound like it was coming from this area right here. I will go ahead and show you the noise and then we'll fix it. So with this new battery, it should start right up. Hopefully you guys were able to hear that. I was really worried that I was going to have to go back into this motor, but I checked everything over and then I realized that this screw right here is missing and I was getting a ton of vibration from this. So I think I'm going to take a screw from over here, put it in here for now, and we should be good to move on. I'm going to have to find another one, but it seems like the least important one that I can tell. Alright, that should take care of that. Moving on, I'm going to put this tank shield thing on. Not sure exactly what this is called. think we're ready for the tank now. Spacer that goes underneath of it. And then one on top. I can hook up this fuel line. And this is the vacuum line from the carburetor. Gonna go ahead and put the seat on now. Now the fairings. While I'm over here, I'm going to put this chain guard on. I think the last thing we need to do is put these foot pegs on. Okay, here she is, all put back together. Let's start her up for the first time like this. Okay, I probably should have checked this, but this line is like completely clogged. It wasn't running good, so I took the little filter out of the end, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but there's a ton of junk in here. And then if you look in the end of this, it's hard to see, but it's completely clogged. So I need to take this off, figure out what's going on here, and clean it out. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace this. Barely anything coming out of it. Well, that's a bummer. Here it is. I don't know what this is. I was able to just take some compressed air and shoot it up in the petcock and cleared everything out. So let's give her a shot now. Hopefully it's not gonna be boggy. Much better. Guess there's nothing really to it except to take this thing for a little spin. I don't have a helmet or anything like that, so we're just gonna take it easy. the gears are there. Alright, I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I'm going to try to take you guys for a little spin. I think that's going to do it for today's video. This DR650 is all put back together and running good. Took it around the neighborhood, it's got all the gears, everything seems to check out. In the future, I'm probably going to put an exhaust on and reach out the carburetor, but for now I think I'm going to call it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.